With news of a new Scream movie coming soon, there is even bigger news for fans who want to see a cast revival. Scream premiered in theaters in 1996, the Wes Craven movie that started the entire self-referential slasher movie craze. Neve Campbell starred as final girl Sidney Prescott, who fights for her life against a masked serial killer. It turns out that Ghostface was two different people, and one of them was Sidney's boyfriend, Billy Loomis, Skeet Ulrich. With Scream 7 coming in 2026, Sidney returns, as does Billy's partner, Stu Macher, Matthew Lillard, even though he died in that first film. However, that isn't the best upcoming Scream reunion, as a better one is coming in December. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 offers big Scream reunion. Billy Loomis and Stu Macher were the serial-killing friends in the first Scream, and now the actors who portrayed them star in a horror thriller in December 2025. Matthew Lillard returns for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 after he played the killer in the first film. He was William Afton, the man who controlled the animatronics possessed by the children he had killed. While it appeared William Afton died in Five Nights at Freddy's, the film was about spirits haunting the pizzeria from beyond the grave, so the dead don't stay buried in this movie franchise. If Black Phone 2 showed the world anything, it's that evil can return from the grave. It appears that is the case for Lillard and his evil William Afton. The big news is that Lillard is reuniting with Skeet Ulrich for Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and their characters have a strong connection in this world as well. While Ulrich's role was kept secret for a long time, he plays Henry Emily, a familiar name to fans of the Five Nights at Freddy's video game series. His connection to William Afton is something to get excited about. How is Skeet Ulrich's Henry connected to Matthew Lillard's William Afton? The Five Nights at Freddy's lore gives fans plenty of hints about what to expect from the Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard Scream reunion. The first movie kept Lillard's identity a secret until the twist later in the film, when he showed up and revealed himself as William Afton, the co-founder of Freddy Fazbear's and the longtime child killer. Skeet Ulrich plays Henry Emily, the co-founder of Freddy Fazbear's, alongside William Afton. He is also the father of Charlotte Emily, the spirit who possesses the puppet in the games. Henry's daughter was the first victim of William Afton's serial killing ways, and this is what turned Henry into the main protagonist of the book trilogy. Before his role was spoiled, Ulrich didn't want to ruin the surprise, and he said, "I play somebody with a very particular and specific past and somebody with a very deep emotional tie to what's going on." That sounds like Henry, but like William, he might be going by an assumed name in the movie. While Scream saw Billy and Stu as partners in crime, that isn't how the Five Nights at Freddy's games played out. Instead, Henry was the hero and William was the villain. The movies likely won't go that far, since Josh Hutcherson's Mike Schmidt is the hero of the film series. The first movie has already made changes, as William even has a daughter, the police officer Vanessa Shelley. While Vanessa is also in the game, she is not William's daughter there. This opens the door to more possible changes in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, especially regarding a character like Henry. What most fans want to know is if William and Henry will share any scenes. In Five Nights at Freddy's, William ensured he would never come out of the animatronic after the spring traps were activated. However, there could still be a scene with the mask open, and Lillard and Ulrich have the reunion most Scream fans want to see. This is only the first of the upcoming Scream reunions. Scream 7 features two reunions from the original movie's cast. First up, Neve Campbell is returning as Sidney Prescott after her character sat out of the last franchise film. However, the more shocking announcement is that Matthew Lillard has signed on to return as Stu Macher, which is slightly confusing since he died in the first film. While this may seem surprising, Skeet Ulrich also returned in the fifth Scream movie, when Samantha, Melissa Barrera, learned she was Billy Loomis's daughter. Billy appeared in visions, trying to convince Sam to follow in his murderous footsteps. There is no word on whether Stu will also return as Visions, or if there is something else planned. There are other ways Stu Macher could return in Scream 7, including a supernatural explanation. However, that would betray what made the series so popular, so it is not likely the movie will go in that direction. As a result, don't expect Lillard and Campbell to share any scenes, taking away that part of the reunion.